Good evening, and a warm welcome to our this episode of Success Mantras. And viewers, thank you so much. A lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of young business owners have been reaching out to us with their insights about what they want to do and where they want us to help them with their businesses. And please stay back for the next 30 minutes because by the end of today's session, we're going to make a very interesting announcement about the forthcoming couple of Facebook lives. And it will be very interesting, and a lot of your questions could be answered via that mode. And it's all complimentary, so stay around and watch the session. As you know, my name is Malay Chakravarti, and I am a business growth coach. So I'm an entrepreneur myself. I'm a business growth coach, licensed with Action Coach. My company name is Beyond Red Ocean Consulting, and over the many years, we have been working with a lot of business owners into business transformation. And so when people ask us, what do you do in business transformation? We look at everything that needs to be done to ensure that the three primary challenges that any business owners has, which is team, time, and money, is getting resolved through the processes that we implement. And it's also true, and this is what we reiterate with our business owner clients at multiple interactions is do not make us indispensable. We are there to bring in the systemic changes in your business, and over time, once we exit the business, once we are no longer required by the business cannot go back to its good old ways of doing things. If you recall, in the we started this. We have been doing Facebook Live for a while now, but we started this current season of addressing five key challenges of business owners, and all those challenges revolve around those three problems of team, time, and money. And we had said that of those five challenges, it is your cash, money, your sales and marketing, the kind of systems that you have in your workplace, the team that you have, and where do you want to go from here. In the past three sessions, in fact, we addressed the cash, the profitability, cash gaps, inventory control. Then subsequently, in the last two sessions, we spoke a lot on the sales and marketing, how to create USPs, what is the need for a business plan, marketing plans. We had a large conversation around the five ways of generating significant growth in terms of revenues and profits. So we looked at that entire piece. And the good part of this is I keep on getting, in fact, me and my team, we keep on getting responses from business owners about how they're able to actually implement this in their businesses. These are actionables. These are not coming and giving gyan and saying that this is what needs to be done. This is what you can implement in your business right away if you have the mindset to do it and transform the business on the cash and the sales part. So today we are going to talk about something very interesting, and unfortunately a lot of people don't talk about this subject. So when we look at the three major challenges of a business owner, it is team, time, and money. Money everyone speaks about, whether it is in terms of revenue, profitability, cash profit, cash flows. Everyone seems to be aligned to the same thing. But for me, as an entrepreneur who has not only Beyond Red Ocean Consulting as a business or my other couple of businesses, we want to address a basic fundamental question. And that question is, how long am I going to do the same thing again and again? If my business is going to be dependent on me coming into the workplace, coming into the office, unlocking the door, or starting to do the work, then am I truly a business owner slash entrepreneur? Is it not true that I am more of a self employed in my own business? That's a question that I keep on asking people, and the answer that I get is very interesting. And the answers across multiple business owners whom I coach or we just talk to as casual interactions, the answer that I get is, if I don't do it, who else will do it? Now go back to the days, ladies and gentlemen, when you started this business, especially if you're a first gen business owner. We have spoken about in one of our Facebook live sessions, we have spoken about the entrepreneurial ladder as you grow, as you progress in life. And if you remember, -1 when you are a student, 0 is when you are employed by another organization and you're learning the tricks but also getting paid. And then you move into the self employed. That bug bites us. The bug bites us that I am, and it bites us for a reason. It bites it for a good reason. And the good reason is that we believe that we can do something exceptionally well. But the fact is that we can do one piece exceptionally well. We cannot do everything exceptionally well. So we start a business and then we are on that seesaw. One day we are going out and sourcing business, and on the other day we are going and delivering the business. And that's exactly how all of us started off with. And at that point in time, it's unfair to call us entrepreneurs or business owners. We are just simply self-employed. And uh, casually or colloquially, in a very lighter spirit, I call people like me, when I started off, as daily wage workers. If you're working that day, you make your money. If you don't work that day, you're not making your money. Now that is not the ideal life. So we are on that seesaw. And over time, we grow our businesses, and we now believe that we need people. We hire a set of people, but we have not been, probably not been trained to hire a great, high quality people. And we now hire a bunch of people. And over time, we quickly realize, and you would have realized, that now your majority of your time is neither in generating business nor in delivering of the business, but in firefighting. You're running around that mulberry tree trying to put out fire that has been lit by the incompetencies of the team. And one fine day, you put up your hand and say, this doesn't work. And you sack all your people and you go back into your self employed route. You may make this experiment a couple of more times, but invariably, this experiment leads you back to reaching your starting point, that is self employed, and you're not really able to make that one step forward where you have a team which can manage your business in your absence. And I asked this question to multiple people, that do you or can you take a 3-month holiday without your phone, without your laptop, without staying connected with your people on a daily basis, and come back after 3 months and find a rocking, profitable business? And of the 100 people that I may ask, only about couple of people, couple of business owners would come back and tell me, yes, we can do it. And if you can do it, ladies and gentlemen, heartiest congratulations to you, because you have moved through that inflection point. But heart in heart, hand on your heart, you would know that you cannot afford to take this 3-month holiday, though you desperately require this 3-month holiday. So let me tell you a story. And it's just not a story, but a real episode. So I was once sitting with a business owner, uh, prospect of mine. He didn't turn into a client. And we're discussing. And he told me, Malloy, I hired a person, I hired a salesperson, and he was extremely good. So we sent him out for his sales calls. into a very important customer meeting. He did that meeting well, he reported, but he did come back and join me. Then there was second salesperson whom we recruited, and that person left me in 4 days, 3 or 4 days. I don't remember the days. 3 or 4 days, and I didn't turn back. And then we hired a third person whom you will see sitting there. I don't like him. I don't think his value for money. But I can't sack him, because if I sack him, then I have nobody else to do the work that he's doing. But is he highly productive? He's not. Is he highly sensitive to the business? He's not. But I'm managing the business with him. So do you believe that these kind of people truly exist? I don't think so. I don't think, for a business like ours, which was I think about 75 crores, for a business like ours, we can afford a high quality person. Gentlemen, think about it. And this is what I want you to think, and this is what I asked this business owner prospect of mine. I asked him, three people have, two have left, and one is sitting here doing probably 50% of his work. Do you think those three people are responsible? Can you identify the common thread that ran between all of them? He looked at me and he said, are you telling me that I am the reason for these people not succeeding? Jury is out, ladies and gentlemen, but all of us have gone through the same situation. Now, if you're going to live in the same situation, how are you going to create a business which has a legacy? Why did you start a business if your business is going to die even before you leave this planet? But the fact of the matter is, if you don't have the right people, right team members, right passengers in your bus, which is your business, how can you ever have a business that will truly be sustainable? Think about it. Why are people not able to stick around with you, or people who are sticking around with you are not able to perform? So I was in that business club, in a organization the other day, and I saw people. I was supposed to meet this business owner at 10. I reached at 9:30, and I saw that people watching, having a cup of coffee, joking around, watching, some playing PUBG, somebody watching the news on the on the phone, but invariably none of them working. And I asked a couple of them that, why are you not yet at work? And would you believe the reason I got? The reason that I got is that boss आएगा तो काम बताएगा तो हम काम करेंगे sir. Now at 10:10 the office door opens, the boss's security or boss's assistant, whoever comes with his briefcase, opens the cabin of the boss, and everyone now is ready to take instructions. Who is responsible? Who has made this system like this? Why are we not able to get the right people in our bus? And it is truly not a fault of theirs. It is a fault of the system that we are incorporating into our businesses. How many times, let me ask you this question, and you may, obviously we're not in an interactive mode, otherwise this would have become very interesting, but I'm asking this question and you can answer this in your mind. How many times you have a team review meeting? And all of you, I'm sure, whoever is watching this now or later would say, we have, sir. I said, fantastic. What do you discuss? You discuss the work outputs. That's all that you discuss. You discuss the what's of the business. How many of us spend time as business owners sharing the why of the business? Why is that individual supposed to do the work that he is supposed to do? And sometimes what worries me as business owner, we ourselves have forgotten the why of our business. Why did I start this business? There was a purpose of setting up this business, but as we have been in this business for 10, 20, 50, 30 years, we have probably forgotten the why. We have forgotten the purpose. And we have forgotten the purpose. We can't share the purpose with our team members. We can't energize our team members. We tell them what to do, and at some point in time the what becomes so overwhelming that people quit, and people who stay back are your dead wood. And you feel that you're surrounded by good people because they are loyal. Loyalty has a place, ladies and gentlemen, in business, but loyalty cannot be the only reason why people should be in your organization. Tom Peters, a fabulous gentleman in the coach in the US, he has made the statement that every individual across the world, and he studied organizations across the world, every individual across the world is good, intelligent, dedicated, hardworking, committed, except for the 8 hours of work that he does in an organization. So if you look at the inherent capabilities of a person, the person himself is not bad. But somewhere down the line, he's not contributing to our organization. And sometimes I feel that as business owners, we are not taking the right decisions in time for that person to come and go. Jack Welch had incorporated this a G model, and you can use it in your business because I use it with my clients. Every year, create a pyramid of your people. Top 10%, bottom 70%, and middle 70% and bottom 20%. The middle 70% divided between top 35 and bottom 35. The top 10% are your key. You have to figure out how do you retain them under any circumstances, because they are your pillars of your organization. The bottom 20% are your deadwood, identified, proven deadwood. Let them go. Your middle 70% is where you need to take your actions. Split that middle 70% into top 35% and bottom 35%. Your top 35% has the capability to become your top 10%. So what do you need to do as a development plan for your employees so that they move up the top into the top 10%? What are the motivations they need? What are the challenges they need? Why should they stay back in your organization? Because they are your pillars. They are your secondary pillars. The bottom 35% are people who are good at this point in time, but they run the risk of slipping. So what are the tests and measures that you bring in? What are the activities that you need to do to ensure that that bottom 35% does not slip into your bottom 20%? So if you look at this, there are 4 categories of people, and you're treating each category of people as different. How many of us in our organizations, in your organizations, the organizations that you run, 50 crore, 70 crore, 100 crore, are you treating all your people differently? All of us are measured with the same yardstick. And when people are measured with the same yardstick, people get demotivated. There's another study that was made in Australia where they came up and said that 10% of the people are truly committed in your business. About 78% people come to your workplace to work. They are neither positive influences, neither negative influencers. and there is about 12% of people, and it varies between 10 to 20%, but average 12% depending on the geography. These are the people who are your negative influencers. And as business owners, it is our job to identify those negative influences. These are the weed of your organization. They need to be thrown out. And the moment you throw out, the entire flowering starts. Challenge with most business owners that I have seen or worked with is we are not spending enough time with people, not spending enough time on people. We are all chasing making money and all chasing business development or delivery, but the entire foundation is based on people, and people are the most difficult things to manage, if I can use this phrase. How do you build a culture of entrepreneurship? Because unless you build that culture of entrepreneurship, unless you have some people in your organization who think about this business as their business, how the hell will you ever grow? How will you expand? How will you come out with 10 different ventures? You will always be stuck in that rut of doing what you are doing currently and for the rest of your life. Now, to do this entrepreneurship, here is something that you can do right away. Take a piece of paper, take two pieces of paper, A4 or A3 size, and paste on your wall, wherever you are. Today, tomorrow, Sunday, please don't waste time. Paste on your wall. Draw your current organization structure. Whatever number of people you may have two, you may have three, you may have five, you may have whatever. Draw your current organization structure. In that organization structure, identify people with three categories. One, I want them, which is your plus. Second, question mark, people who run the risk of leaving your organization. And third are those negatives whom you want to go. Now for the plus, people whom you want in that organization, how do you retain them? You have to have individual development plans for retaining them. But along with that, don't forget that they can still leave. And if they leave, what is your succession? Who is your succession plan? Start building the succession plan, because they are key. The question marks are people who are good, but who run the risk of leaving. How do you retain them? If you can't retain them, if you don't know whether you can retain them or not, how do you build your succession? And the question marks, create a timeline. The negatives, create a timeline, let them go, find replacements, let them go, have a timeline. Having done this, now take another piece of paper. 31st March 2022, not 21, 2022. How do you think your organization will look like? And how will your future organization structure look like? Plug in that entire organization. Put in existing people. Currently, your boxes may have multiple people doing the same role. Create that plan about how you will ensure that you have the right people in those boxes within a specific timeline. Now, for each of those people, and I'm asking a question, ladies and gentlemen, how many of us are aware of KRAs? How many of us are aware of KPIs? How many of us are aware of positional contracts? How many of us are aware of appointment letters? People who know about it, fantastic. Doing it, awesome. Not doing it, you need to do it. Set KRAs for each role. Set KPIs for each role. What are your key performance indicators? How are you going to measure them? Create variable salary structures. You cannot shed away your entire salary on a fixed. You have to have variable salary structures. You have to have contracts signed with each person, whether it's employment contract or a consulting contract. Why the person should know why they are coming and what they are supposed to deliver. And once you do this, you will see there's a huge transformation that is happening in your organization. You will see, this is not easy. This will take time and probably will need outside help to get it done. But once you instill this discipline in your system, you will realize that you have saved so much of your free time that now you can focus somewhere else. Remember, team time money. Once your team is strong, you have released time to make more money. If you're not releasing your free time, you will never be able to make more money. Go out and implement this, ladies and gentlemen. Come back to us and tell us what are the challenges you face and how we can address them together. Tell us your success stories. I'm ready to hear. As we come to the end of today's session, some interesting insights for the next two Facebook Live on the next two Saturdays, same time, same place. 2020 coming to an end. And the first thing, all of us should celebrate that we have come out of 2020 successfully. We have weathered the storm. Our businesses are still there. We are healthy. We have enough and more money. But 2021 can be phenomenal provided we start preparing now. So from Monday to Friday this week and Monday to Friday the following week, we are going to ask you to ask me, what are your challenges? What are your opportunities? How do you want me to address, help you with advices? Ask me any question that may come, whether it's team, sales, marketing, business development, systems, anything that you may want to ask. Ask. And those answers, whatever questions we receive from between Monday and Friday, will be answered on the Facebook Live in person by me on the Saturday. Try it out, because these 2 weeks can become a real transformation for how you close FY21 and how you ramp up your growth in FY22. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your time. It was a pleasure talking to you. You can reach out to me anytime through the links below. I or my team members will connect with you as soon as we get a message from you. Till we meet next Saturday, same time, same place. Have a Merry Christmas. Christmas is coming up. Merry Christmas. Enjoy the week. Have a profitable week. Spend time on your planning for the Q4 of 2021. Start your planning for FY22. I have done my FY22 plans. My plans are ready to be executed. Plan and go out and execute. The world is going to be a beautiful place in the next 5 quarters. Don't let it go. Take care of yourself. God bless you, and see you next time. Same place, same time, Saturday, 6 o'clock. Ask me with 2 sessions, this Saturday and the following Saturday, the last Saturday of 2020 and the first Saturday of 2021. It's only about Ask Me. Thank you so much. God bless. See you soon. And anything that you need, please click on the link below.